Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host Brian, and today I'm talking The Traitors Canada, Season 3, Episode 6. This is The Trap. We did not do an episode for last week. We just had a lot going on top of travel, so it just kind of took away my whole weekend and catching up on anything that we didn't do, which was this. We did lose Omar last week, and we did have Raya recruited. I thought the episode last week was good. Very surprised that Coco's still skating by after the Kevin banishment 2 weeks ago, and some people are still interested in that path. They don't know it's the right path, but they did make up for it today, where they did get 10,000 more bucks for eliminating Traitor. But yeah, it's been good. I feel like a lot in the beginning. It's just a lot was the camera was moving around a lot, and we just kind of were like jumping from like conversation to conversation. And I was wondering, like, are we just gonna have like a super long round table just the way that it was bouncing around? But I mean, it did even itself out. So they apparently Dom and Venus are like showmates. They kind of showed them talking. They showed them kind of hugging. Hollywood's picking up on this. It's something that he is thinking about. That Dom's not a target. This obviously did not come up. This is all beginning of the episode. This did not come up at the roundtable. So maybe that is for tomorrow. Maybe the Rise stuff really was the main topic. So they had their challenge. We had the doll challenge. So there's a little bit different, kind of similar to one we done in USA, where you pick the doll. The USA one, we had the singing and you had to hum the lyrics, and then I think if you like hummed it bad, I don't remember what it was. It was like a reverse or something like that. But they had to pick 4 people they trusted the most to stay back at the castle, and they were going to be the ones that look through this like room of 200 like dolls, like creepy looking dolls in like a not well lit room. They chose Jericho, Hollywood, I think Natalie, and shoot, Sarah. Her name, I don't know. The one thing, not the greatest on the what's it called? The cast of like the names of this cast. Unfortunately, it's something I gotta do better on this one. I don't know. Maybe it's just because like I knew a bunch of the people and they were like the main topics, and then it like kind of came up that it is some of these other people that have been skating by like under the radar haven't shown up. So I'm trying to pop on Reality TV fan club, see if I can find it real quick. While I'm filibustering here to see if I can find this cast, but I'll run through them in that. But we have teams of the 4 teams. Wait, we got them right here. So the 4 people they trusted were Natalie. Is that Sarah? I guess it is Sarah. I was right. Sarah, Hollywood, Jade, but I mean he's Hollywood, and then Jericho. So I was right. So all that filibustering for nothing. But I'm gonna need it for later. They had to have groups of 2 or 3 were going out, and they had to like look for a doll, and then they had to find a quarter to make the phone call. They had 30 seconds to make the phone call to explain what the doll looked like. 30 seconds passed, it would get cut off. And then as the person got that information, they had 2 minutes to go into the room and make a selection. And what they did find out after they make their selection, when they go see Kareen in the dollhouse room to hand it in, if it's right or not, if they could trade that doll in for a doll that gives them a shield, but nobody will know. So I think Natalie was first. She got it right and banked $2,500. And then Jericho went. He got the doll right, but he got a shield. Sarah went in, got a doll. She got it right. So now they're at 5,000. And then Hollywood went, didn't get the doll right, but he didn't get the greatest information, and that was Venus. His group mate was Lizette and Venus. So yeah, I don't know. I think the way they kind of played it after the fact is like, look, we just say that somebody got a shield, and then like they think they got it all right, and then that means like, oh, it's a 50-50 shot. So I can see the strategy there where you're trying to be safe. It's not a terrible move. we'll see how that works out, because Natalie and Sarah both declined the shield, so they're doing it for the sake of the team. And then we'll get to the end with Sarah. But we go to the roundtable. Big topics were Raya. Coco came up again. Oh my God, is that her name? Chala. I'm looking at. I'm reading it. I'm like, that. His name's like spelled like Kagla, but Chala. She came up a little bit again. And then Venus brought up Natalie, like saying something like, "Oh, you haven't really talked. Like, make your point." And then she kind of said something about Raya. Yeah, we've gotten rid of some big name players, so it's kind of like, wow, we're getting some more spotlight on some of these people that I frankly just didn't even remember the name. Jericho was also there. He was kind of in the beginning like, we got to get rid of Raya, but then because of the Dom flip vote that she had, where she's like, oh, we're gonna vote for OR, and then she flipped. She gave some speech why. Oh, I was like, for the bad. I look back at my moves, the best for my game, yada yada yada. Who cares? I think, I don't know if Mackenzie got a little bit of Shaughnessy, maybe. Mackenzie might not even still be there. I don't know. I think it's Shaughnessy, but Raya gets the most votes. Not totally surprising. She's a traitor, so I mean, I think Venus and Coco dodges another bullet. I mean, she's been like the topic of like after Kevin like threw a shot at her on the way out. They need to scratch that itch. They need to test that because they're obviously going to get a hit there. But I will see what happens with now them getting 2 out of 3 weeks, a traitor out, like where they're going to move. So then we have Coco and Venus go to the turret. They're like, we are going to murder tonight. They are between right now Sarah and Shaughnessy. So both of them do not have shields, so that would be a hit. I mean, I kind of just am watching. I don't know, like the strategy here. It's like people are doing what they're doing. Like, I don't know if any move is really like crazy. Like, oh my God, it's a game breaking or game winning or game losing strategy here for the traders. So week to week, that's how I'm viewing it. That's how I'm watching it. Not super diving deep in it. If you have any opinions on anything that happened, let me know. Did watch the show. We'll comment back. Also, anything else? If something from episode 5, sorry we missed it, but if you have something there you want to talk about, drop it in there. I did watch it. But thanks for everyone for watching. We'll be back next week for this. Still need to talk to Bill, see if we're doing. Sorry for yawning, guys. Kids are not sleeping lately. See if we're doing anything for Wednesday night. I think we have 3 shows. We have Survivor, Southern Charm, and Tar. Definitely not doing Tar. It's on too late. And Thursday, obviously tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so that would could possibly change things where these recordings get delayed. But yeah, you'll see something will pop up. I will definitely be doing Love Island Australia tonight because there's no way in hell I'm doing it tomorrow. So I'll definitely have that out tonight. If you are somebody that watches all of our content, appreciate that. But I'll talk to you in the next video, whatever it is. If you live in the USA, happy Thanksgiving. And I will say that again in the video I do later. But hope you guys have an awesome day off and enjoy family and the holiday. If you do not live in America, have a good day. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.